give it to the freshman. First carry of his career. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
That's a great-looking run there, and Nebraska's had such a great lineage at running back. When you think back to the great Roger Craig or Amon Green, Lawrence Phillips, Rex Burkhead, they always seem to be pumping somebody up into the NFL. This guy has a chance to play on Sunday because of his skills.
Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Running inside, it's Nelson. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
That is a statement play right away. You're playing on the road. The stadium's loud and noisy. You want to quiet him down, run the football down the defense's throat.
The Huskers will line it up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Calandria. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
Trying play action. Pressure coming. Fires it incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Looking for a deep man. Upstairs, he's got it. Just when you thought that ball was out of reach, nothing appeared to be out of his reach there.
Yeah, he says just throw it up and I'll go get it. To track the ball all the way down the field and dive and lay out with that body control, that is a special catch.
The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll try the left side. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying to run, it's Nelson. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help Tech on this 3rd down. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7.
And I'm not surprised with the run, and I'm not going to be surprised if they run it again, right? This offense now set up. They've put a drive together. 1st and goal. Who can be more physical? The line of scrimmage is critically important when the field starts to shrink. Let's see who can bow up and make a play here.
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Crosses midfield. The 30. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
Job number 1 for a defense is to create negative plays, to create turnovers. How about this? Opening drive of the football game, getting a big turnover, setting your offense up in great position, and building some mojo. This defense, that is a picture-perfect start.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Joyner. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. And the Red Raiders are threatening on 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Flushed out of the pocket. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for... And he's in! Touchdown, Red Raiders! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. The run inside. It's Nelson. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Under fire! And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Calandria. Sets up the screen. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. And the Huskers will punt this one away.
You're not going to fool this guy on the running back screen. They're trying to invite him up the field, rushing the passer, but he saw it too soon. He was able to stop in his tracks, locate the running back, get outside, and make a tackle. That is a very heads-up play that time by the DN.
Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The give. Breaks into the open. The 20. He's at the touchdown, Red Raiders. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I bet this coaching staff is jacked up to get this offense firing so fast early in the season, on point. A lot of times it takes time to build the rhythm. It takes time to get it rolling. This offense starting the season off with a bang.
Getting set for the point after. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. That was a reckless hit by the defender. The kickers are in a vulnerable spot, and they have to protect them. They'll pull in the squib kick inside the 15. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. To the air, it's Calandria. Just a short pass to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Huskers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. He's going to let it go. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
And they're attacking the middle of the field. That's a big gain by the offense. And I know the big fella, I know it takes him a second to get going, but once he gets 8, 10, 12 yards downfield, those are big strides, and it's hard for people to keep up with them. Really nice job.
Maybe a crease. My, oh my, 41 yards rushing in this game. What a way to start the new season. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. With the run on first and goal. This time stopped in the backfield and finding the sledding a little tougher than on that last run.
Wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that second down now. A little more space for the offense, backed up, a little more room to operate and try to maybe find some windows to throw a football.
Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Nice job by the defense forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, and now looking at third and goal. Dropping back, it's Calandria. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
And they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes. But fourth and short. Now, decision time, baby.
Fourth and goal from the 5, and the offense is staying out there. A gutsy move by this ball club. Looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you can tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Using his legs, it's Sticky. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. Working that left side now. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got a man. It's Simmons. Turning it on. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Let's talk for just a second about Texas Tech. You start the season, top 25, clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
The Red Raiders line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin them deep. Nice directional kick there, like a solid iron shot. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the officials spot it. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession.
Backed up now here, 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Calandria. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team. The Cornhuskers decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Lee. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
He's got him. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a 1st down.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Sticky. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
Hey, you can see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And the Red Raiders really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Unloads it downfield. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already. Game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute, throwing and running the football game.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop? Down right now before the half. They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
He wants to change this route. To the air, it's Hammond. Here's the pressure, and it's a sack.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area we got to bow up. Nice job on first down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking to get it in. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Nebraska uses a timeout here. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. That is no good. But a flag is down on the field, so hold on. Let's see what this is about. The Red Raiders have it with a first and goal. They'll try the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
Off play action. Now sliding to his left. Touchdown, Red Raider! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
And the extra point is good. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They think there's room to run to the right here. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin our whip around with Florida, taking on the number 10 team, the Oklahoma Sooners. And it's the Gators with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13.
Pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Hammond. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. He's got it. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Nelson. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Great move. Now he's got room. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. To throw, it's Calandria. Oh, he makes the catch. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
And you got to imagine at halftime, there were some words being thrown around. Obviously, guys, we can't throw around those words in the booth right here. But coming out in this second half, like no points in the first half and putting a drive together, that's what this offense needed. A lot more energy, a lot more emotion.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
Almost had the completion, just missed it. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hudson. He was bold to bring that thing out of the end zone, but he'll go out of bounds at the 17-yard line. The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. They had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He now has 84 yards rushing, and this offense wanted to establish the ground game, and man, have they started the season right in that regard.
And it's been fun to watch them feature this guy. Like, they understand they can run the football. They understand how good he is, and just they've owned the line of scrimmage. They've sprinkled in some pass. Like, this offense has done a really good job staying balanced, but featuring one of their better players.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Red Raiders with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Caught by Williams on the right. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. Running inside, it's Williams. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to them and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
All the numbers and stats will show you going for it on 4th down in this area of the field really puts pressure on a defense. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete. He was draped all over him as soon as he caught the ball. Knocked him down behind the line, and they get the stop on 4th down. Looking for a crease to the left. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's where I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're...
Makes a catch at the 15. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
And it looked like for a second, man, he was going to take that all the way. He was going to score, broke some tackles, made the play, down inside the 5. He finally gets wrapped up. Now this offense set up.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Huskers.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Ready to try the point after. And after making the extra point, they're down 24-13. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Coming out with it, it's Hudson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Takes a handoff. It's Sticky.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
To the air, it's Hammond. Here's a heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds the big tight end. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Simmons. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. And the Red Raiders are moving quickly down the field. Single back formation, and they give it to him. At the 40, there he goes. Turning on the Jets. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Well, the defense have been doing a pretty good job bottling this guy up. They knew that was a big key in this game, but this guy's got the ability where it just takes one, David, and that was the play right there. Nice vision, able to get into the open field, and his speed did the rest.
And that's why you keep handling the football. Like, he's going to get stopped, sure, but any given moment, he can make the big play for this offense. They'll keep feeding him because he is that dude.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And that is how you finish with a 54-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This should be the last play of the quarter. The run inside. It's Nelson. And he was able to push forward for a solid gain as the clock strikes 0 here in the 3rd. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back to throw, it's Calandria. Pocket breaking down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Got his man on the right. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
Tosses it incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Flips it out to the back. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that 3rd down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle 7-4.
Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. First down and more. Open space at the 25. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. And the Huskers in the hurry-up. Wants to throw again. Under fire. Trying to get rid of it. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode. And what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback. And you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nebraska. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Lee. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. He's racked up 92 yards rushing, and he's making his presence felt in this first game. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Looking for a man, it's Hammond. Quickly complete. Oh, he's got some space. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Quarterback now breaking the field. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Got his man. Still running at the 40. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching. Keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Now I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage. And they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Dropping back, it's Hammond. They'll throw it to the back on the screen.
And it's something you learn as a pass rusher all the time, man. If I beat that tackle immediately, right away, there's usually a reason. They're wanting me to run upfield. He plays the screen beautifully. The defensive end stays home, sees it, makes a tackle on the running back, and prevents the big play.
He makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Red Raiders!
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. Wants to throw on first down. And here's the third interception of the night. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And the stomping has commenced.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Here's the give off the left side. Here's a little room there. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment, because today, oof, it was not a good day.
And finally, we see a nice game. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going and get back in this football game.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
Timeout, Nebraska.
One more play to pad the stats. Scanning the field, it's Calandria. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Right down the middle. Got his man. And that is how we will wrap this one up. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.